welcome to Salt and Light Canning. I'm Jessica, and this is my kitchen. This is my friend Rebecca, and we are here making winter jam. So easy. All you're gonna need are apples, cranberries. I'm using crushed pineapple. You probably don't have to. Use what you have. Some spices and some sugar, and that's it. It's so simple. So right now we are dicing up our apples, and you can use any kind of apples you have, any kind of apples you want. I happen to have green apples. Use what you have. All right, so we have our diced apples, and we have cranberries, about equal parts. Now I have some crushed pineapple, some lemon juice. I have a tall pot and a long spoon because for jam, it's very important so you don't burn yourself. And we're gonna get this turned on and get it heating up. And I want my cranberries to break open and to have my apples get soft. So this is going to take a few minutes for it to get going, and we're just going to keep stirring it while it does that. Also very important, don't walk away from your jam. Now if you feel that you need to, you can add some water or some juice, and that's perfectly fine. You just might need to simmer your fruit for a little bit longer. But we're gonna let this get started cooking, and we'll be back. I'm doing something else. So our fruit is all soft, and our cranberries have broken open, and we've been boiling for a few minutes. Now normally, this would be where I say that you add your pectin, because we've been boiling for a few minutes. But there is so much pectin in the cranberries and the apples that you don't need to add extra pectin to this jam. So we are going to add our sugar. I have sugar right here, and with jam you need to pour your sugar in all at once. Get that mixed in. We'll get it back to a boil. Now, strictly speaking, no, you do not have to add any spices to your jam. But I want to, and I like to, so I'm going to. But you don't have to. You could just do cranberries and apples and pineapple and your lemon juice and your sugar, and it would make a very delicious jam. But I'm going to add some winter spices because it's winter jam. And you could do whatever spices you want to do. I'm going to add some cinnamon. I do about a tablespoon. Ground allspice, about half a teaspoon. And some ground cloves, about half a teaspoon. And we'll get that mixed in. Also right here, I'm going to add about a tablespoon of butter. Now the butter is just to make sure that I don't have a ton of foam in my jam. Now foam is not going to hurt you. It just doesn't look very pretty in the jar. There's nothing wrong with it. If you don't want to add butter, you can just skim the foam off or decide that it doesn't bother you and just let it be. So we're going to bring this back to a boil, and then we'll be ready to put it in jars. But it's beautiful, and it smells delicious, and it looks delicious. I'm very excited for this jam. Now, if you don't like a chunky jam, you can always blend it up. I like a chunky jam. It's all your preference. And that's the blessing of home canning. You get to do what you like. So we've been boiling for another minute or so. I have a frozen spoon, and we're gonna check our set. So it's thick. It's starting to set up on the spoon. So this is going to set really, really well. And I didn't have to add any extra pectin. So we got to taste our jam, because that's like what you got to do. And it tastes really good. So I'm going to get set up to put this in jars. And I'll be back when we're doing that. So I have my jars, have my funnel, have my debubbler, have all the stuff. We're going to fill our jars as close to 1/4 inch of headspace as we can get. Okay? Just do your best. Let's see, it's already thickening up. And I think that's going to be as best as I can get. And debubble because I have chunky fruit. Get my next jar. And then I'm going to wipe the rim of my jar with some vinegar. Make sure there's nothing sticky there that would get in the way of my seal. Then I line up the lids because I have to. If you don't have to, it's okay. And just to finger tight. And there we go. That is so, so pretty. Jam is one of my favorite things. It looks so pretty in the jar. It's so easy to do. And it makes a wonderful gift to somebody else. All right, we're just gonna keep filling jars and we'll be back. We're doing something else. So my canner is full. And everything is covered by at least 1 inch of water. And I put a little bit of vinegar in the water. We're going to get this started and covered. And we're going to bring it to a boil. And once it is at a full boil, we're going to let them process at a boil for 15 minutes. I'll be back when we're taking them out. We processed our jam for 15 minutes at a boil, and we're ready to take them out. So pretty, so yummy. We just take them out. These are going to sit on my counter and relax and seal. And just have a good night. And in the morning, I will take the rings off and give everybody a wash and label them and put them in the pantry. I hope this blessed you. Hope it inspired you. Don't be afraid to try. It's not that hard. Just follow the steps. But be so blessed. Know that you're loved. And be a blessing to someone else. We'll see you in the next video.